like Tito was just talking about when going through the offensive struggles you guys are kind of going through right now, how everybody's kind of in swing mode. As a hitter, how do you kind of work yourself through that type of period of time?
Yeah, it's tough because I think when you work your way through a whole season, you have stretches where there may be a couple guys here and there. And, I think as a whole, guys are trying to do too much to, pick one another up, and it just sort of slowed us down a little bit. But, it's the beautiful thing about playing 162. It's one of those things where, we'll work these out. Guys are continuing to work, and, it doesn't take much to get it going. And once it does, it's usually contagious. So, we're just going to keep grinding and trying to have good at bats, and, hopefully those pick up more frequently here.
With Peyton, was it just a situation not being able to get the ball down, or what did you see?
Yeah, he had mentioned maybe, staying in his legs, staying a little bit more upright a little bit longer. And, it's tough. I mean, he's done such a great job so far this year. And, there's going to be bumps and bruises in any form throughout the season, let alone a guy that's, 3 or 4 starts into his career. But I thought he did a good job, made some good adjustments. His last couple innings were great. It's something to build off of. I mean, those are the experiences that he's going to learn from when, stuff's not going his way, what he's got to do to make adjustments.
How tough is it to fall behind early the last 2 days? A home run in the first inning, kind of behind the 8 ball right away.
Yeah, it's tough, but the solo shots, especially early in the game, we know we have plenty of time there. It's one of those things where, we're usually on the other end of that. I know last year and some of the games this year, we're on the road and we hop in front, we have a lot of energy there. But, I feel when there's a lot of game there, we feel okay. I just think the urgency of pressing that from the beginning. And, I think guys are, they're putting the work in. And like I said, there's only takes a few to fall for things to really get going.
That you're working with, like Logan the other day, Peyton still. I know we hear you guys say that the biggest thing is to try to keep the game plan simple for those guys when they're coming up. Is there anything else that's different about how you help navigate them through a game than maybe a more seasoned guy?
Yeah, I think you're slowing them down. It's one of those things where, these guys are making debuts where we're shaving all of a sudden 40 minutes off a game. So, I mean, there's the time in between innings, the time in between pitches, the ability to, just slow a game down and take your time, isn't there how it used to be. So it's one of those just finding the spots to, try to slow him down, get his feet back under him and find those cues that he really needs to hit again. And, it's one of those things where, we're in constant communication. It's new guys that, we haven't caught before. So we're just trying to gather as much information to see what really registers with them.
On that, the pitch clock, since they got in the minors last year with that, do you see them being comfortable with it?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys, and personally, I lean on some of those guys of what they do, and I think you can see, when they're, on the mound, their presence of trusting that clock getting down if they need a little bit more time. It's working through, when we can give the signs through pitch comms so they can have as much time to, sort of get their bearings after that. But, we're continuing to work and learn as we go, but I think the guys have done a good job.
All right, yeah. Thanks, Mike.